Hello, welcome to Quality. My name is Sanjay Dal. I am the group leader for the quality and compliance solution at Quality Systems. I have 20 plus years of experience in the quality management, quality engineering roles in the biomedical industry. Today, I'm going to discuss the CAPA system, the CAPA process, and also we'll discuss the overview of the quality EQMS module to manage the CAPA system. So, what is a CAPA in the quality management system? CAPA stands for Corrective and Preventative Action to prevent the occurrence or the reoccurrence of the quality issues. So, the first step is to define and document the product or the quality issues based on the collection and analysis of the information. So this is required. The CAPA process or the CAPA system is required for compliance with ISO standards, ISO 13485 for the medical device, ISO 9001 is the QMS standards. And also this is required for the 21 CFR 820 medical device regulations, 21 CFR 210 and 211 for the pharma and QMS requirements. So before we go into the details of the CAPA system, so here are some of the basic key or the foundational or the fundamental topics or the areas we need to have some understanding. So you will hear corrective actions, and preventative actions being used quite often. So to understand what is corrections, so correction is fixing the issue right away. If you know the solution, you know the root cause, and you know the solutions, you do it right away. That's called corrections. For example, if something has broken down, so you have to fix it or rework it. So that's corrections. You know the issue and you take the actions. So the corrective actions is fixing the root cause so that you can prevent it happening again. And the issue has already happened. So that's when you do the corrective actions. For example, you got a customer complaint, you have got multiple complaints previously for the same issue, and you do not know the root cause. You have to investigate, find out what's causing. Is it a design issue? Is it a manufacturing issue? So that's the corrective actions that you have to implement. Preventative action is based on the action that you're going to take to prevent the issue. The issue has not happened yet. You may have some indications or you may have some data to support that there is a potential issue that could happen. For example, you got complaint for one product lines and you know that it can cause similar complaints in future. So that's when you take the actions. That's called preventative actions. So the difference between corrective and preventative action is the issue has not happened for the preventative actions. You are going to take some actions. So the first step in the CAPA process is to document the background. What is the issue? What is the problem? How many times it has happened? Which product lines have been impacted? Do you need any containment actions? For example, do you need to notify the other customers? Do you notify the regulatory bodies? Sometimes if there has been serious actions, sometimes if there have been some issues which may have resulted in injury or adverse events, so you may have to notify the regulatory bodies right away. So those are the things you have to document and take the actions immediately as part of the containment action. And you have to define, you have to document the detail where it came from, and you have to keep records of the source of the events that led to the corrective action project that you are going to start. For example, if there was an audit finding, internal audit finding, or third-party audit findings that highlighted the issue, or you had any customer complaints. The second step in the CAPA process is documenting the investigation. So you have to document how you are going to do the investigations. You have to have an investigation plan as well. So there are multiple tools available. So you can use one of the analytical tools or multiple analytical tools as needed. For example, 5Y, Fishbone, cause effect matrix. So those are the things you have to consider when you are doing the investigations. You have to define the corrective action plans. You have to define verification and validations plan for those actions you are going to implement. So this is a sample workflow, CAPA workflow to show you how the CAPA process is done. So you would start with documenting the CAPA, and you would submit that for review by the reviewer, and you would do the investigations. Again, you have it reviewed by a team of experts. And once it's approved, you implement the corrective actions, and also you do the verification and validation of those corrective actions. And the last step is to do the effectiveness check to make sure that you have addressed the root cause and there have not been similar issues during the monitoring periods or the effectiveness verification period. So this is to show you there are workflows available in the quality EQMS systems. You can assign the tasks to the individual owners for investigations or implementation of the corrective actions. So the third step in the CAPA process is the corrective action implementations. So when you are doing implementations, you have to have verification and validation activities completed prior to implementing those actions. So in a larger scale. And if there is any notifications or the regulatory filings have to be done, you have to complete that as well. You have to keep records for the document changes, design changes, and the turning records, verification, validation reports to prepare a complete package of the corrective actions that you have implemented. So this is a screenshot to show you the workflow options available in the quality EQMS module. So when you proceed, the system keeps track of the actions that you have implemented, the task you have completed. And you'll have option for electronic signatures so that you comply with 21 CFR Part 11 requirements. You also need to monitor the performance of your CAPA systems. So during the audits, you can show that your CAPA system is effective. How many CAPAs you have opened, how many CAPAs you have completed in timely manners, and how many CAPAs you are reopenings over last year or last 3 years. That gives evidence that your CAPA system is robust and effective. If you are reopening the CAPAs or if you are doing CAPAs for the same actions again and again, that gives evidence that your CAPA system is not effective. So I'm going to log into the quality EQMS module and show you how the CAPA system is handled in the quality systems. So I am already logged in. So if I click on the CAPA modules, I will see the options. So you have option to create the new CAPAs. You have option to open or access the CAPAs you have already created previously, and this is the closed records. In the dashboard options, so you'll be able to see CAPAs by action types, and also you'll be able to see CAPAs by the root cause, which the sources led to the opening of the CAPAs. And you'll be able to download this data into Excel files. Let me just show you one of the closed CAPAs. So you'll have option to document the CAPA source, CAPA that you opened, for which in this case, let's say we opened the CAPA for the audit findings, so we can document the CAPA source here, and also you can link it to the other records. And you have the investigation options. So here you can document the investigation plan and what investigations you completed. And there is also option for documenting the root cause. In the implementation phase, you have option to document record the implementation actions or the corrective actions that you have done. For example, if you change the SOP that you did. And in the effectiveness task plan, you can check, you can create a plan for monitoring the effectiveness, and the results of the effectiveness can be recorded, can be stored in this phase. And in the workflow sections, you can see what pages have been completed. So since this closed CAPA, so you have completed all the steps, and you will be able to print the CAPA report into a PDF files, and you can download into a PDF file. And you will not need to maintain a separate CAPA form to document the steps or the actions that you have done. And this will provide the objective evidence, and this will provide the CAPA record for the completion of the CAPA. So that's all. I wanted to give you a quick background, quick overview of the CAPA module in the Quality QMS. If you would like to learn more, or if you would like to know more about the CAPA system, you can go to quality.com website and submit a request. We can give you a thorough demo of the CAPA module and answer any questions. Thank you.